Okay, guys, so today we're going to write equations and inequalities from word problems. Okay, so these are very similar to what we did when we wrote our expressions from our word problems in the last unit. It's just this time it's adding on, there's going to be an X somewhere in your equation, and it's adding on an equal sign or an inequality symbol. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is our keywords. Okay, so keywords and equations. Okay, so make sure you refer to your keywords handout from our last unit. So our keywords to tell if it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That's not the right one. Okay. Oh, okay. So remember, refer to this handout, refer to your notes from the last unit so you can see what these words are. Okay. We want to make sure we remember some of our major keywords you're going to see that means you need to multiply a number by X is going to be per, each, or every, okay? Because when we have a number attached to an X, it means we're multiplying. So we need to remember per, each, and every. That means that's usually going to mean that number is attached to the X, okay? And then remember, if it wants you to have things be the same or equal, it's going to be an equation. So it's an equation if it says this, I want this thing equal to this, or how much total, have the total of this, okay? Okay, keywords for our inequalities. I have a link to a handout that have our keywords for inequalities. Okay, for less than, guys, you got to remember, you're going to have to learn to differentiate between if it's asking for less than or subtracting. That's going to be a little confusing, but fewer than, below, smaller than, under, these are all less than words. Greater than is more than, exceeds, above, greater than, and larger than. And then less than or equal to are no more than, not above, does not exceed, at most, bottom, maximum, up to. So some of these look like they would be greater than, but because it says no more or not above, it has that no in front of it, it's going to be a less than or equal to. And then greater than or equal to is the same thing. It looks like it might be a less than, but because it has at least or that no in front of it, it's going to be greater than or equal to. No fewer than, minimum, top, no less than. Okay, so we need to remember these keywords. Okay. Come on. It's being a little stinker. Okay, so when we want to write an equation or an inequality, so I'm going to make this bigger for you guys. It's just like when we wrote our expressions from a word problem. You want to write the equation. You want to underline our keywords. Okay, if it'll pop up here. Sorry, my computer's being slow today. Okay, underline our keywords, circle our numbers, and cross out the extra information. And then you write the equation or inequality. Okay, same as before. Underline, circle, cross out, and then write. Okay, so we're going to do some examples. Sergio bought a bottle of water for $2. Okay, for $2. He also bought some hot dogs for $3 each. So I only bought one bottle of water. Okay, so that means I only have one, so I know it's going to be 2. Okay, and then he also bought some hot dogs for $3 each. Remember, I told you that per, each, or every? That means that's going to be my X value there, 3X. Okay, and then he did not spend more than $14 on both the hot dogs and bottle of water. So no more than. Okay, so we're going to add them together because he bought both of them. And then no more than means this has to be less than or equal to $14. Okay, does that make sense? $2 for one bottle of water, $3 each for hot dogs. And then no more than $14 was spent. So 14 has to be the greatest amount because no more than $14 was spent. Okay, and we're not going to solve right now. We're going to solve later. Okay, and then number 2. Okay, Jeremiah joined a gym that charges a one-time membership fee of $25. So if you see something like that, one-time initial, it's always going to be the number that's all by itself, 25. And then an extra $5 for every year you're a member. $5 every year, okay? So we're going to add on $5 for every year. This says why. Okay, why? For every year you are a member. Write an equation that will show how many years that Jeremiah has been a member if he has been charged a total of $70. So that's his total, so it's going to be equal to 70. Okay? And that's all there is to it, guys. If you still need some help, let me know. I will gladly post another video or give you some extra help so you know what you're doing. Okay? Just let me know if you need help. Thanks. Have a good day, guys.